All right, mic check, mic check. Hey everyone, Jake here from wealthycorner.com. I'm the author of the blog, and this is my first YouTube video, and it's focused on an important concept in personal finance, which is how to save time. One of the best ways to use money is to buy time, whether it's services that save you time or pursuing financial independence so you no longer have to work, so you have time freedom. The clock is ticking, and we all have very limited time. Life is like a lime. You want to squeeze everything you can out of it, and that means using your time in the best possible way. So why not save time while you're on the path to financial independence as well? Here are 5 ways to do just that. First up is living close to work. I think this one's the most important because it can save you the most amount of time. So if you live an hour away from work, that's 2 hours a day that's lost just to commuting. You could listen to podcasts during that time, sure, but still 2 hours lost. Add that up over 5 days a week. That's 10 hours a week. If you work 50 weeks a year, that's 500 hours every year lost to commuting. I live a 10-minute drive away from work, so I save tons of time by being able to commute to and from work quickly, plus it gives me flexibility in a variety of other ways. Financially, you'll also save on vehicle mileage and maintenance, fuel costs, and insurance costs. Next up is meal prepping. In about an hour, I make 6 meals worth of what I call my stew. My friends know this quite well. And it's essentially a mix of all the veggies, protein, and carbs via brown rice that I need. Now, I do eat the same crap over and over again, and I'm okay with that. I don't expect anyone else to be okay with that, but I'm cool with it. And an hour of meal prep lasts me for 3 days worth of lunches and dinners. That is a ton of time saved, not only on dishes, but cooking as well. 3, minimalistic living. This means not having too much stuff and buying high quality stuff in low quantity. So you're not going to buy a lot of low quality stuff. The things you're going to buy are high quality, and that helps you lengthen the life cycle. When you think about stuff, you have to spend a lot of time first buying the stuff and acquiring the stuff. Then you got to maintain the stuff, you got to organize the stuff, and you got to dispose of the stuff. And once you dispose of the stuff, usually that life cycle starts again. So by prolonging the life cycle by buying high quality goods, you're going to save tons of time. And if you limit the number of goods that you need to be fulfilled and happy, you will also save tons of time. The clock is ticking. Save the time. All right, guys, 4th up is my favorite, which has to do with investing. Index investing saves tons of time. When you pick individual stocks and research individual investments, you buy the securities, then you have to keep up to date with how the business is doing, how the competitors are doing, the quarterly earnings reports. All of that evaporates when you buy an index fund. And there's a bunch of other data and academic literature that shows how indexing maximizes returns for a given level of risk. You can read more about that on my blog, but index funds save you tons of time so that your wealth can grow and compound in the background while you focus and allocate your time to the important things in life. 5, efficient health and fitness activities. I'm going to break this out into 2 parts, 5A and 5B. 5A is biking to work. So I hybridize my commute time with some cardio activity. The only downside is that I'm all sweaty when I get to work. 5B is doing compound lifts. So I like to do bench, squat, deadlift, overhead press. I don't do curls. I don't do tricep extensions. I definitely don't do any forearm stuff. Doing compound lifts is super efficient. You want to make it even more efficient, then superset it. So do bench with rows. Do shoulder press with curls if you curl. Do squat with some toes to bar. That saves you tons of time in the gym. Combine that with the time savings from meal prep, and you bike to work when you could commute, which has to do with living close to work. You're going to save tons of your most valuable resource. You're going to have a lot more free time on your hands to engage in your hobbies, build good relationships, help the community, do the things that bring you true well-being in life. In summary, there's 5 key ways here that I use to save tons of time. 1 is living close to work, which not only saves you commuting time, but also saves you tons of money related to transport, which is the 2nd largest expense for us here in North America. 2 is meal prepping. By scaling up your meal prep, you have a scale of economy for things like dishes, grocery shopping, and the actual production of the food. And if you're okay with eating the same thing over and over again, this is a great way to stay healthy, keep yourself disciplined, and save tons of time. 3 is minimalistic living. So you have to spend less time researching for stuff, buying the stuff, organizing the stuff, maintaining the stuff, and disposing of the stuff. 4 is index investing, which means you don't have to be researching all these different investments. You can let your investments simply compound in the background. And 5 is for fitness activities, doing compound lifts, supersetting, and commuting to work via bicycle, which hybridizes your commute with some good cardio time.